Saber-X Studios presents.
What is up with this Scar and Toph on the reads?
What?
The Scar and
The
Toph?
Scar,
Yeah,
the Scar and Toe show?
No, it's the reads now.
The reads?
Well, Scar and Toph
man.
show is fucking dead. Rip. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
big
Esports,
rip
no
to them.
esports?
It just, I don't care.
Okay,
It's
good.
whatever.
Good.
Whatever you want to do.
Good.
Yeah. Welcome everybody to the podcast.
Hey.
Today we have, of course, Matthew, Dr. Copter. Is it Albritton?
Albritton.
Albritton? Okay.
No, everyone gets it wrong.
I was
It's
pretty
fine.
close. No, everyone gets my name wrong. Are you
Really?
kidding me? Affolter? I've been called Afflauter, plenty of things. Flafflecopter.
Waffle.
There's a lot of things there. But yeah, I have you on today because you are arguably the best player in Middle Tennessee.
Hey.
And especially because you've been so dominant in our PR for ever since like midway through Smash 4. You just climbed up the ranks and have stayed at the top.
Ever since E-Gaz left?
Yeah, big rip to Egas. Shouts to him if he's watching.
Hell yeah.
But I think a big part of why that happened was you started going and traveling to other events, not just national events, but more events outside of our region. And there was, I can't remember which one it was, but after it was a specific event you went to, you came back and you were just way better. Because we used to be, especially in Smash 4, equals, essentially. We
yeah.
would get similar placements. We would have very close sets against each other. And then after that one event, you came back and I like never touched you ever again. That sort of happened. So, I mean, like, do you remember what that specific event was where you felt like you leveled up super hard?
Well, I remember going through the process of leveling up within the scene because I went through a period of like 4 months where I didn't have a job. So I just kind of kept playing Smash. Yeah, that was like 3 years ago. Not 4 years. Yes, 3 years ago. And I was just in between jobs. All I wanted to do was play Smash Bros. So that's all I did. I went to 3 weeklies and a monthly every week for 4 months. So I was playing like crazy. Like I'd go to the Monday weekly in Clarksville, back when that was a thing. Wednesday weekly, I don't remember where the Wednesday weekly was because the Friday weekly was still the score. Rip the score.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. I forget what the Wednesday weekly was, but I'd go to all 3 of those, and then there was a different monthly like every single month. This was even before Vandy, so there was always like I would always just be trying to find rides, usually with that was back when Thurn still drove. Shouts to young man.
Shouts to Thurn, man.
Shouts to young man.
The homie.
I don't think Atlas was really a part of the scene yet. No, not until like after that break. I think I met him in the middle of that, but I'd always just be trying to find rides, and I just played. I just played as much as I could, but I wasn't really doing it methodically. I had no like plans going through it. I just banged my head against the wall until it worked, you know, which it kind of did. I definitely could have been more efficient about it, but I remember noticing a change. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to remember because my big, like, I say breakout. It was just my biggest win up to that point was DreamHack Atlanta 2017.
I remember I went with you there.
Yeah, I know. We played doubles.
We bulled it up.
We pulled it up. You bodied MVD in doubles. You bodied that man. Oh my god.
And then we got bodied right back.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, it wasn't that close, but it was closer than it should have been for where we were.
Yeah.
But that was Smash 4. And after that, I was like, "Yo, can I do well at majors?" And
Because you got 33rd, right?
yeah,
At DreamHack Atlanta?
losing to Salem and Cosmos. Why? That's crazy. I get the craziest 33rds you've ever seen. But I was like, oh man, I can do okay at these, or at least I can learn some. So, after that, I wasn't consistent with majors until I don't think I went to any other until 2018. I forget when DreamHack Atlanta was that year.
DreamHack Atlanta was in the summer that year.
Yeah.
Which is why I was going to it because I wasn't in school or anything. And
Yeah. Whereas nowadays, DreamHack Atlanta is like
in
November.
Yeah.
So I may have gone to CEO, and that may have been it. But 2018 was like the year of the majors for me. I went nuts that year. I still went pretty nuts last year, but my guarantees for every year, like CEO and SmashCon, those are like my big ones. CEO being my first major I ever went to, and then SmashCon is just dope. Like if you can go to one, I always tell people that's the one to go to because everyone goes.
I really want to because they have so many events for all the different games, and I just love
so
Smash in general.
Of course.
I still play 64 with my brothers. Whenever they come over. I know you had a post on Twitter about beating your Thanksgiving relatives.
Oh hell yeah,
mercilessly.
Hell yeah, yeah. You don't take it easy on them. You gotta teach them.
You do have to teach them.
My nephew wants to play Kirby. I'm like, no. No, not gonna let him get away with that.
No, but speaking of learning, you learn a lot when you travel to these big events like CEO, Smash Con. I know you went to Pound when Ultimate came out. So, I mean, just like, how do you think that's helped you grow as a player?
Having to adapt to everyone you play is definitely different. Like, not a lot of people do that because they only have time to go to weeklies or something like that, or they're just not into traveling, or just haven't got the chance. When you have to adapt, like, from your round one, because you don't know what character you're gonna play against, you don't know like the playstyle or anything, making you adapt like every single decision you make, you can't just autopilot, or else you're gonna be dropped into losers really soon.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, probably the biggest thing is the people I've met. Like I've gotten to meet a lot of people going to these majors. Like I've gotten to the point where if I'm going to anything along the East Coast, I'll see the same people all the time, and it's super sick. Although the most majors I wouldn't say I like learned to the fullest. I probably have to credit most of my learning to Smash Sounds, the one that was in New York when I went and that was probably the biggest level up I got, which was end of.
Didn't you stay with like Venia or?
I stayed with Professor MGW most of the time.
Gotcha.
The homie. I'm glad more people know about him now. So such a homie. But the last night I stayed with Venia, and I got there around like midnight, and he was like, "Yo, when are you trying to sleep?" And I'm like, "My flight's at like 6. And I stay up at night anyways." He was like, "Yo, word?" And we just had like a 4-hour like Greninja Ditto on FD, and it was so sick. And by the end of it, I was just a way better player. Like he was like, "What matchups you struggling?" And I was like, "Ryu, Bayo, Diddy." And he was like, "Okay, here's how to play them." And he gave me like all these really specific tips about like how I could play around their different moves and like really specific interactions. Like I had no idea I could dash grab Bayo's Nair in 4. That's huge. But yeah, he gave me tips like that. And then when I came back, I was like, I feel confident against everyone now. It helped so much. That man's a great teacher. As well as I also have to credit Stroder for a lot of online sessions he gave me in Smash 4.
Yeah.
He taught me some matchups as well. They're just, you can see how their minds are working and why they're top players. They're insane.
So what are some of your favorite events that you've like been to?
Me and SmashCon most every year has been insane. Getting to watch Nairo's run, was it 2018? When he was knocked into losers, top 64, that was nuts.
Oh, yeah.
What else? Obviously, DreamHack Atlanta 2017 was a lot of fun. That was still my best placing. Yeah, I've never got above 33rd. MomoCon 2018, of course, my biggest upset, but I mean, it's Smash 4, so whatever. Trying to think.
I mean, you've had fun at all of them, really.
Yeah, no, every major's been pretty phenomenal. There's not one that I would be like super hesitant to go back to. The only problem with like CEO being in Daytona the past couple of years hurt it, but they're going back to Orlando, so that's dope.
Well, you've been in the scene for so long. I know when I go to tournaments, you're like one of the people that I remember fondly the most because we've been there for such a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Middle Tennessee, yeah. And so a lot of people have left. A bunch of people have come in that are new for Ultimate as well.
Fucking Zoomers. Fucking Zoomers.
Yeah,
They're
man.
taking over,
The Zoomer invasion is real. But I was really surprised when you decided to take a break from Smash recently. I don't know if it was because your recent drop from number 1 to number 2 in the Middle Tennessee PR or because you work at Amazon and it was getting towards the holiday season. Can you shine a bit more light on why you took that break?
So yeah, a little bitty break for all of December. It's still the biggest break I've taken in a while. I usually at least still attend weeklies, but it was a mix of a lot of things. It was convenient that in December, if you work any sort of really most jobs, pick up in December, especially me working at Amazon. That's peak season. We work, mostly 50, 60 hours a week, which no big deal, but going to tournaments isn't as easy during that time. Plus, there wasn't too many big things going on. But mainly I did want to take a break. I felt like I was autopiloting way too much. I was not thinking at tournaments nearly as much. I also wanted to try out some other games, as I tweeted at one point.
Oh, that's right. Didn't you buy a bunch of games like on sale?
I bought a lot of games.
Not just regular fighting games too, right?
Oh man, so many fighting games. Yeah, I saw Steam sales and I was like, I had yet to really delve into them. Like I've had a PC for a while, but I was like, let's see what's up. And I was like, yeah, let's just spend $100 on fighting games. Why not?
I mean, you got like 6. You got like Guilty Gear, Marvel vs. Capcom 3,
Hell yeah.
Unist, Tekken, Blaze Blue.
Yeah, I bought every Blaze Blue except the one people play.
Oh no!
It was $15 for 4 of them. I was like, yeah, sure. All those. Yeah, mainly I've been working on one that I didn't even buy there. Skullgirls. Skullgirls is super sick.
Skullgirls is super fun.
Everyone who plays Skullgirls says it's sick, and then we don't play it, and it's like, damn it.
I remember back when Melee regained its place at EVO. I think it was EVO 2013. When they're doing a charity event to see who got the next spot.
That was crazy.
And Melee beat out Skullgirls. It was a super tight race between the two of fundraising. Yeah, and they beat out Skullgirls. And then, because I remember watching the Smash documentary.
Yeah.
And how tight of a race it really was. And I had no idea. And then I started playing Skullgirls because I had some friends at college that played fighting games. And they got me into Skullgirls. And I'm a big bandmate for sure.
Of course, yeah, you gotta be. Big Man's dope. Like, at first I was like, oh, everybody plays Big Man. You must be lame. And then, like, he's so cool.
He's
like,
so cool.
Oh my goodness, there is just so much character behind him. I'm glad that he's a top tier. He's dope. Like, dude's got Heelys.
I mean, you should note that I'm a masher when it comes to Big Man.
Of course, you gotta.
So
you can press a lot of buttons.
It works. Yeah, no, it's really fun. And so, I mean, that's your favorite then, Skullgirls that you played recently?
Probably. I've been putting the most time into that. A little bit of Unist. I'm not done with the tutorial yet. Because whenever I go through a tutorial of these, I don't like to just complete everything and be done. I like to make sure I understand each concept. And Unist is really weird because it has like multiple meters and building them is weird. I still don't understand them all, so I'm not trying to rush through it. And also Tekken. I've been working on a lot of Tekken because, well, I say a lot, but fucking I don't know where to start. Like there are beginner's guides, but as everyone knows, Tekken's hard.
It really shakes me up. Like I've, especially in college, there was a game room we would all play Smash in, and then some guy brought Tekken and was like, yo, Brian, I bet I can beat you in this. And I was like, all right, yeah, let's do it. And he just destroyed me because I can't get my head around, switching arms and legs and moving in that 3D environment. So, like, I have a lot more respect for people that play different games competitively because they're harder in some ways and easier in others. Yeah.
But Tekken's probably harder in all of them, though. It's the exception. That one it's insane.
That's true. Tekken is pretty tough. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back talking about Dr. Copter's updated top 10 anime list.
Hell yeah.
Right here on Juice It Up. Hey, thanks for choosing to Juice It Up. I'm going to start having these breaks here in the middle of my shows from now on, and I started thinking maybe I should start advertising.
Sell out.
Anyways, so if you got like an upcoming regional or something you just want the Middle Tennessee area to know, hit me up on Twitter at RedFalcon207 or go ahead and send me an email, saberxstudios1@gmail.com. And okay. All right, back to the show.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Welcome back to Juice It Up with Dr. Copter and Red Falcon 207. Hey, Brian. How you doing? What's poppin', dude?
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but that's not what's going on here.
You like anime? You like it? It's I feel like it's.
Are you looking for your list?
I found it. No, I was.
Is that what you're doing? Because I thought you were just texting someone. I was waiting for you to get ready.
No. Yeah, I'm looking at my list. I got it pulled up.
Sorry, I was like, just let me know when you're ready, and then because I thought you were texting someone.
No. I got it pulled up.
All right. So this will be okay. So, Jesus,
No, I don't want to be that guy that's like, I don't know, text. I'm trying to do like, you see people like on. It seems more normal on podcasts or shows now. People just got their phone like trying to work stuff, or you see like comedians
that
do
makes
it
sense.
sometimes.
I like to take notes and I'm actually gonna leave this in just because of
It's fun.
how
It's a
like real that was just now. That was just so crazy. Yeah, no, but what we were talking about before we went to break, that you took a break and we're doing a bunch of things, and one of the things you had to have done during that break is watching lots of anime because you love anime.
I should have is the thing.
You didn't?
I watched some. As far as
I know you probably watched like Dr. Stone and
yeah, I kept up with Dr. Stone, which was fine. I kept up with My Hero, of course, because you gotta. What else was I watching? I feel like I had another one, but I have no idea. Oh, Food Wars. Kept with Food Wars.
I haven't seen actually any of the new season of that yet, but I want to.
Better than the last one, so that's good.
Oh, really? Because I wasn't really excited going into it.
No, exactly. Neither was I. It starts out about the same, but it picks up.
Okay.
I say real DGen hours. You gotta. We all know if you watch Food Wars, it's real DGen hours, but we love it.
No, but people who know you, Dr. Copter, know that every year you update your top 10 favorite anime list. And you actually, as the time of this recording, haven't posted any updates. So I'm curious to know what your new top 10 is, because last year you had Haikyuu at number 1.
Absolutely.
Then 2 to 3, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Hunter x Hunter.
Of course.
K-On! At 4. Code Geass, I think.
Yeah, Code Geass.
Code Geass is number 5.
Hell yeah.
Assassination Classroom.
Underrated.
My Hero Academia. Food Wars.
Hell yeah.
No Game, No Life. And Persona 4, the animation. So, like, what has changed on that list? And please tell me why it's changed.
So I've added 2 on there. So Persona 4 is off, which that one was already, I don't want to say a throwaway because I fucking love the Persona 4 anime.
Oh, yeah.
It's done so well. Oh my God. Even if you never play the game, you can watch that anime. And like I'd say play the game, but if you just want to watch the anime, it's super good as opposed to the 5th one, which we don't talk about. And then No Game is off, sadly, because that one's been a favorite for a long time. As much as that is also real DGen hours, it's good. But the other 2 I've just fallen in love with. The order for the top, for the rest, top 8 is basically still the same.
Okay.
But it's a lot less ordered now. Haikyuu is still easy number 1.
Yeah.
Which is also fated because season 4 starts either
Soon.
today or tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's starting soon. I'm really excited for that one.
I can't find the actual answer online on when exactly it comes out.
I'm just waiting for the internet to go crazy again.
Oh my God. I hope it blows up more. It's so good.
Because I remember you showed me Haikyuu, and you were like, yeah, that leveled me up in Smash.
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
And I was just like, what? And I was like, I don't believe you. That's some BS. Like, I thought you were just joking around.
No.
And then I watched it, and I actually got better at the game.
Yes,
like
it's so good.
My desire to win really improved because I watched that anime.
Oh my God.
And it was so good.
There's so many good things you can actually attribute to Smash in that. It's so good. And it teaches so many, it teaches a lot of lessons of adaptation, actually, throughout the show. It's so good. But that's easy number 1 for me. It always will be. What was it? Now 2 through 6 is now its own tier, is how I'm going to say.
Okay, so yeah, it's more like a tier list?
Yeah, more so of my top 10 within a tier list. Haikyuu is easy, SS tier. S tier would be still Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That was my first anime, so that's
Oh, so that was what got you into it.
Yeah, pretty
really?
much. And that's an insane first one because your expectations are just high. And then Hunter x Hunter, of course, anyone who's seen Hunter x Hunter knows that show's too good.
That show's so good, and I want it to continue, but I also don't want it to lower in quality at all.
It also can't continue yet.
Yeah, I know, because they haven't written the whole next. I think he took a break, right?
He gets busy playing Dragon Quest, I believe.
Okay.
He just keeps writing. He just keeps playing Dragon. I think it's Dragon Quest. There's some game he just can't stop playing, and that's all it is. He's also writing a bigger arc than the biggest arc there's been so far. So always writing. K-On! Code Geass and Assassination Classroom also still within that tier list.
Okay.
I love them all equally. I think they're all 10 out of 10. Insane. K-On's the definitely most different one there. It's just slice of life. It's so good.
I haven't seen it, so I definitely need to check it out.
If you ever see a cute anime gif on your timeline, that's basically the entire show.
Oh no, never mind. I'm literally unsubscribing.
I know. It's not for everyone, but I love it. But what I'm gonna add to that tier, so to speak, because this is the one I was like, I don't know where to put this, and I love all the other ones equally. Mob Psycho 100.
Mob Psycho.
Jesus Christ, what an anime, dude!
That's so good.
It's insane. it's all like the potential that One Punch Man had with its anime. But if it actually followed through on the second season.
Oh man, that's a shot to one. I mean, a well-deserved shot to One Punch Man. But I remember you posting about Mob Psycho, and you're like, I can't believe I never watched this.
Oh my god,
it's so good.
It's one of those. If like people have been recommending it to you, it's an easy pick. Like
there's only like 8 episodes a season, right?
No,
something like that.
It's normal. It's like
13 episodes.
Yeah, it's like 12.
Yeah,
like
you're
13.
right.
Like 12, 13 episodes a
But
season.
that's pretty bingeable.
Yeah,
Like,
easily.
Yeah, very. And so, I mean, if you haven't got into it, you really need to.
Oh, it's so insane, dude. Oh my god, the openings are both so good. Yeah, it's legit. Just if you like the writing in One Punch Man, this is even better. And I say that loving One Punch Man.
So I'm weird. I never really get into the openings.
Really?
Like, yeah, like I'm not like a huge anime fan. And so like the opening for any show, I'm just like, man, I wish I could just skip this. And when I stream shows, you can't skip it. So
of course.
That's exactly what I do because I don't care. Like it's really cool animation, but like they give away plot stuff in it sometimes and I'm just like, I just need to watch the show and not this.
Haikyuus are dope though.
They are. And I've seen them. I've like on some animes that I'm really into, I'll watch the intro like one time and then I'll skip it the rest.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so, that's what a lot of people do. Especially with the other show I'm adding. It's going in the next year, which it'll be joining My Hero Academia and Food Wars for like, I like them a lot, but the flaws stick out to me. For now, it's gonna move up. I know it will. It's One Piece.
One Piece.
I've been watching One Piece like a motherfucker. Oh my god, I love. It's been a year and a half since I started watching that show. I am a quarter of the way caught up. I'm going very slow. Like, a lot of people get in that show and force themselves to catch up too quickly. I'm taking my sweet time, and I can't like recommend it to people because people are like, oh, that's too long, and I get it. I totally get it.
Pretty much everyone I've talked to that's seen all of One Piece, they're like, yeah, it's a shame it's so long because it's like stops other people from getting into it, but like it's so good.
There's a reason it's been on top, at least in manga terms, forever. Like, it's been the number one manga forever. And while I'm not gonna delve into it manga wise, unless I really want to like catch up once I'm there, yeah, it's just so good, dude. Like, I tell people like they should just watch it super casually, just a few episodes every now and then. Just make sure more than once a week, so you're not like making no progress because they're still releasing.
Yeah, they still release constantly.
But it's so good. The openings are super dope. The characters are like, they have like great interactions, but it's. And I love slower storytelling.
I was talking. Well, speaking of Thurn and Young Man,
hell yeah!
I was talking to him at KIT. He was there, and he was talking about One Piece to me.
Of course, he was.
And well, he didn't just like bring it up. I was talking about anime and stuff, and he was talking about how he was watching One Piece, and I was like, I want to get into that so bad, but I just don't want to, because when I binge a show, I binge a show. Like I don't do anything except watch that show constantly. But now, like I work 2 jobs, I do this podcast. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
And I would get way too into that show and get distracted from all the work I need to do. And he's like, yeah, but it's really good because they can foreshadow stuff like 100 episodes prior. And then,
more than that.
Yeah. And he said that too. And things just pay off in later episodes. And you're like, what? I remember that. That's so cool. And you don't see that in any other anime because none of them are long enough.
No, nobody else can pitch a show like, oh yeah, you want to run something for the next 25 years?
Or any shows, like in general, like most shows you see, like whether it's sitcoms or, like Bones or like crime dramas or something like that, their goal is to get you to rewatch every week, not to create an interwoven story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's to build on the story, not to like continue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. Which is crazy because the writer planned to end it after like the equivalent of episode like 120. Yeah, and he was just like, I'm having too much fun with this. I'm just still going.
Yeah.
And he keeps being like, it's halfway done. We're like 2/3. And then a year later, we're probably halfway done. And it's like crazy. Man's going insane, and it's just a blast, dude. I feel like if people treat it as less a commitment and more so, hey, I have a show that I'm never gonna run out of and always like.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to go about it.
I think eventually, if I get desperate enough, I'll dive in, man. But
just go
right
for, like,
now,
the first couple episodes, like I said, you don't gotta go all out. You don't gotta binge it.
I know, but that's just what I do. That's just what I do.
It'll burn you out. It'll burn you out if you try to binge it.
Yeah, no, I'm. Yeah. that also scares me.
But it's awesome.
If I get like too deep in and then I start getting burned out, I'm like, no, I have to finish this. I swear to God.
Yeah, but you can't. You literally can't finish it.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Mhm.
But I love it.
So that was your number 10? It was?
That's like the last three are, My Hero, Food Wars, and One Piece are all sort of in the like A+ tier. Love them. Again, the flaws still stick out to me, but like personally, I love them. Like, they're better shows I've seen, but those are like, I like them a lot.
Well, something that I noticed about you that is so different from a lot of other Smashers, because, a lot of Smashers like anime, a lot of Smashers, they travel to events, but something that really stands about you is how you have tried to eat healthy at tournaments, and I have never really thought that was a choice.
It's not really.
It usually isn't a choice. So, I mean, that's something I wanted to touch on. And I hate to just dive away from the anime, but
we're
I
good.
don't want to spend too much time on.
No, of course. We don't want to,
on anime, but I am just so curious because you started like last year trying to eat healthier at tournaments.
Trying the keyword.
Yeah, and but it's so hard. It's so hard.
God, it's insane. Like, it's... So I wanted to because, you travel to enough majors, especially the last 2 years where I've been going to like 6 majors a year. Especially 2018 when I went to three weeks in a row. I just remember that. That was crazy. You start to feel like shit. Like, you start to feel terrible because you're like, what can I eat that's not like, it's at best you're getting like a chicken sandwich. And it's like, you just feel terrible and you play terrible. That's the thing. I want to play my best, and when you feel the fast food, like, not only in your stomach, but in your head, like, you're not thinking clearly. It sucks, because you're like, this is not the best I could be doing.
It's funny you say that about when you have the food in your stomach, it's also in your head. I actually, a lot of times, will not eat before tournaments, and I will not eat until, like, the tournament's over.
Yeah.
So I'll go for hours without eating because if I eat too much or I'm too full or whatever, that affects me.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm more on edge and I'm sharper when I'm not when I am hungry. Excuse me.
No, yeah, you are. That's kind of the play, honestly. Like, in a lot of these cases where you don't have a food option, for your tournament, like for your tournament results, it's probably best you don't eat. But for your body, that's the worst thing you could be doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's probably on par with eating terribly, but if you could find a decent option, that's probably the best way you could do. The best thing I've found is like certain breakfast options are usually healthier. At least, you can find like eggs or something somewhere. What is it? At like the Atlanta Conference Center at the CNN building, they've got a bunch of options. Usually I'll go to like Starbucks because they have like a bunch of bananas. They always buy like a bunch of bananas at Starbucks. So I'll grab like one because bananas are like the best pre-tournament food. At SmashCon, I'll go to like Smoothie King. That's about it. Like,
what about for like local events? What do you do for that? Do you like pack your own?
For weeklies, I usually bring like a banana beforehand. It's the best, of course. For monthlies, that's usually like I'll just make breakfast at home, and then when I get there, I won't eat the whole day. That's just what happens. I've tried to pack my lunch before, but I'm just the best. I'm the best. I'm the worst at like keeping up with it, like packing a lunchbox.
Yeah. Well, a big part of not being able to eat healthy is sometimes after tournaments you got to eat with the homies.
Oh, of course.
You got to go to like cookout or
for
the Vanderbilt tournament, San Antonio Taco Co, which is like the place to go.
Of course.
And everyone has that place they go to, but that's not the healthiest option. Yeah. So I mean, like, that's hard because you want to hang out with the homies.
Yeah, of course.
But you can't. Unless you were willing to sacrifice eating healthy like that. So has that been like a big reason to why it's been so hard?
Yeah, because you gotta eat out with people, and with monthlies it's not that big of a deal because again the event's over, you're done, you go home for the day, eat some tacos or whatever, and then go home and sleep it off. That's fine. But majors, it's mainly majors. That's the thing. There's no options. Like some majors are especially bad about it. Fucking. As much as I love him, it was a great tournament ran. Xanadu venue is the worst for food, probably.
That was a glitch, right?
Yeah. Great tournament. Absolutely wonderful. I would never want to put Xanadu down or anything that VG Boot Camp does because they're insane. But they run it at a horse racetrack. Like, they just have some extra rooms in that venue that they get to rent out. And and they do great with the space, but it's not close to anything. And there's like a food court in there that's like, very typical like food court. Not even like food court. I'd say it's like concession stands.
Yeah.
It's like very, very bad. And when you're there for multiple days, and if you want to get food, you got to Uber away and, spend like $5 just getting there, $5 getting back, and you're still going to eat like shit regardless. It's like, oh my God. And then just running to multiple venues like this, it's a pain. I wish there were more options, and I hope in the future we can get something, but I wouldn't even know what to recommend if I'm honest. I don't know how to do that myself.
So in the future, would you like pack a cooler full of like sandwiches and stuff you could bring?
That'd probably be the best idea. Just like, fruit, granola bars, like very typical stuff, just sandwiches. Yeah, it's probably the best option if they'll allow you to bring food in the venue.
That's the thing. I was worried that DreamHack Atlanta wasn't going to allow us to bring stuff because I wanted to shoot a promo for this.
Yeah.
But they actually ended up not doing it all. But I brought like 8 of these bad boys, just like taped over, like no company logo on them or anything. And then I brought them in, and I told the people because they have security guards. I told them, and they was like, "Yep, that's cool. All right, see ya."
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I thought that would be a lot harder.
Yeah, no, your best option is either they don't care about you bringing stuff in, or security guards just don't care about check-in, which is scary a little bit. Yeah, it sucks that whenever you go to a venue, you just can't bring stuff in. Like, I see a lot of people on Twitter just say they lie and say they have like they have like diabetes or something, so they need to bring. Is it diabetes?
Really?
Like, where they like, I need to bring this apple with me or something for sugar.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, because they can't stop you. I mean, they could. It's like, do they want to go so as far as like, hey, show me you have diabetes or something? Like, that's what people do. They'll be like, yeah, I have some condition. I need to have this bottle of water or this apple or something. And like, damn, it sucks that that's our best option.
That's a shame.
No, I wish that there was just like simple, I don't know, just fruit to buy at a venue. Maybe like a decent pasta option is like, not like super salty or like super unhealthy, but just something is like, carb load yourself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're talking about all this healthy food, and yet I've given you this super sugary, these super sugary drinks to drink on Juice It Up. So, I mean, it's kind of a little bit of an oxymoron.
Nah, it's juice. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. It's fine.
Okay, well, I think we're running out of time here, Dr. Copter. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, make sure to check him out on Twitter at Copter the Doctor. Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that handle from that old man one day. From that old.
Wait, does someone have your handle, like
Dr. Copter? It's an old man who flies helicopters. I can't beat him on that, but I'm gonna get it one day.
Oh man, well, thanks again for coming on.
Of course.
That's going to wrap up the show. I know there were a couple of audio hiccups here and there where I had to rely on camera audio, and that doesn't sound the best. And of course, it was kind of hot all the way throughout, so I do apologize for those issues. I'll fix them in the future. But overall, I still think it was a great episode. Big thanks again to Dr. Copter for coming in. I know we got to cover a lot of topics, but I did get some feedback recently from a few of you that you might want me to do less topics with my guests and delve deeper into a couple of them. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below, or if you just want to argue against Dr. Copter's best anime list, also put that in the comment section, or hit him up on Twitter at Copter the Doctor. Also, if you didn't get enough of either of us, we were both commentating on Kumite in Tennessee's premier Smash Ultimate Tournament. The VODs for all of those will be on Team Charge.'s YouTube channel. I'll put a link for that in the description down below. But big thanks again to you all for watching, choosing to juice it up. I'll see you all next Wednesday.